Hey guys, I'm just letting you know there are going to be a few curse words in this video. I thought I was going to be able to censor them out, but I wasn't, and this is the first time curse words have ever been in my channel. Not said by me, said by someone else. Um, but just warning you if that bothers you. So just be warned. Okay, time for me to do something else that I've never done on this channel before. Today, I am going to be talking about something that's been talked about pretty much everywhere at this point, and I'm kind of late on it because it's all already over, but that's kind of like the best time to do it so that I can talk about everything that's happened in the situation. And if you know what situation I'm talking about, it's the Johnny Depp and Amber Heard trial thing, and pretty much all the controversy just surrounding it, and just what I think about it. And yeah, sure, you've probably heard it literally everywhere. Excuse me. Yeah, you've heard it probably everywhere, but the difference here is that it's coming out of my mouth, and I'm going to give you my thoughts about it. Because why not? Because everyone can have a voice these days. First thing I think about it is that Amber is really a total feminist, like one of the worst right now. Modern day feminism, the definition of what it is, and I actually made a joke. I actually made two jokes about this. This is kind of relating to this on the things that nobody says video that I made. I said I referenced this situation by saying that Johnny Depp needs to lose or something like that. I want to Amber side. I said something like that. It's weird that I can't remember exactly what I said because I've watched the video a bunch of times. But I also made another joke about how modern day feminists are the most down to earth people. Which the reason why I said that is because it's just total crap. Modern day feminists just want to hurt and abuse men, as you can see, especially with Amber. And I am so glad he did not stay with her. I don't know who divorced who or whatever. But yeah, they were not meant for each other at all. But basically, at first I'm just going to be giving you my thoughts, and then I'll be showing you what's been said or whatever in court and stuff like that, and tell you what I think about that. And unless you've been living under a rock for the past 3 months that this has been going on, then I'm showing you what's happening. But anyway, yeah. But anyway, what I think about Johnny is the fact that, he didn't deserve any of this. I mean, I'd say he's a pretty good dude. I mean, sure, he was smoking something back. He was drinking and smoking, popping open pill cans back in the day. But I mean, he's moved on from that, and he knew it was bad. And I mean, he had a pretty rough childhood, and I mean, I know that's not an excuse to do drugs, but I'm saying a lot of people that have that kind of thing happen to them will fall into that. But anyway, he didn't deserve any of this. And what's worse is she just, with all those allegations that she's been making for all these years, it's just totally ruined his career. And I mean, sure, you can make the argument, oh, well, he's rich. I mean, it's okay if he retires from all this stuff. I mean, he got a bunch of money. I mean, yeah, sure, but, it's still wrong that they fire him over that. I mean, if that was someone way younger that was rising to fame, and then someone just comes in and just totally ruins your future just because they believe that, it's just ridiculous. It's just awful. And I mean, yeah, and what just bothers me about this, the big problem with this is that people will believe it. When it happened, when I first heard about this thing, it was 2 years ago, I think, when she had been saying that she had done that, and I heard she had been abused by him, I believed it. And I mean, obviously I didn't hear all this stuff. And then eventually I heard that that she was the aggressor. And I'm glad I found out about that, so then I wasn't thinking the total opposite thing. But I think this is just a really good example of a situation where a feminist will, try to get away with crap that she did to her husband. I mean, in today's world, it's completely frowned upon for women to be abused. I mean, by their husbands, and for the right reasons, obviously. But people just don't think about the husband getting abused by the wife. And even when people will talk about it, everyone, well, not everyone, but a majority of people will just take it as a joke, which I just think is kind of disgusting, because it's just not fair. And some feminists would make the argument, for centuries men were able to do everything, women were able to do nothing. Well, yeah, times have changed. We're supposed to be equal, which means you treat me with the same respect. You can't just step on a guy simply for him being a man. I mean, that's pretty much the definition of sexism. It can be, used on both genders. And it's not, but anyway, I'm just glad, what I'm glad is the fact that now she's going to feel what Johnny felt, which was she not getting cast in anything. I think. I mean, I know that she's still going to be an Aquaman 2, but only for less than 10 minutes is what I heard, because the petitions that were signed. But as far as we know, she's just not going to be in Aquaman 3 at all. And that'll just probably be the same thing for all her other movies that she's going to try out for, or movies she was supposed to be in. They're just going to cut all her scenes. And one last thing I would like to talk about before we get into the other stuff is the fact that, I mean, there's still, what's just so sad about this for Johnny is that these companies still aren't going to hire him back. I mean, literally, there's going to be a Pirates of the Caribbean 6 without Jack Sparrow, clearly. Or if they do, then someone else is going to play him, which will be ridiculous, because no one else can play him, really. And that's just really sad, because, Disney is straight up just fired him, as well as Warner Brothers with their Fantastic Beasts movies. And Disney's already done a bunch of controversial crap these days. Just another crappy thing that they've done. Yeah, it's a lot of mess with that. But now we're finally going to be getting into the stuff that actually happened in the court and the recordings. Yeah, so let's just get into certain things I want to talk about that was in the court. Okay, so we're in the courtroom now. Switch from normal camera recording to DU recorder, screen recorder, whatever. Anyway, this was the moment when they played the recording of Amber, of basically her saying that no one's going to believe him because he's a male. No one believed that he would be getting be a victim of domestic abuse just because he's a man being beaten by a woman. And she, that's impossible. No one's going to believe that. That's what she thought. That was her mindset. Stupid mindset from a really crappy narcissistic feminist. But anyway, let's just get right into it. I'm sorry for the hesitation.
Too long. Maybe we just gotta stop this.
Also, I think there's a few curse words in this recording. I'll censor them out because I want to be a clean channel.
Just gotta stop it.
I don't know how to get my reputation back.
We write a letter together.
That means
Saying that we're going to take this out of the public eye. Saying that we're going to try and work this out on our own. Saying that the media has created such a fucking hateful storm that it's sickening. That we love each other. And that we want to make sure each other is okay. Have we had fights in the past? Have we had this or whatever? Fuck it, they already know all that shit. Don't matter. Here's the deal.
No, it matters. You have no idea. Every ounce of my credibility has been taken from. I mean, and done so in a dishonest way. You know.
Amber, the abuse thing is we've got to deal with that. Yeah. We've got to deal with that,
Amber. I don't have
Amber.
any way of my credit is my credibility. You know what?
And why did you put that out there?
I did not. You forced me. Your team forced me to by going on the offense.
I didn't force you to.
From the very beginning. I promise. Look up the timeline to these things. Everything is. Forget it. Forget it. You don't believe what I say. You don't believe what I say. But I did not choose this. You got every step of the way. It's been an offense.
I did not put this anywhere. I didn't. Let me talk to the fucking team.
I did not call the cops. I gave them no statement.
Io called the
I did not
cops.
call the cops.
You told Io to call the cops.
I did not call the cops, and I did not give them any statement when they came. I've been trying to protect you.
You told Io to call the cops.
Okay, so I haven't heard this one yet. This is new. I'm pretty sure this is the full audio. Yep, tell the word, Johnny. So it will get to that eventually. But I do want to talk about this one just in case. I don't know how long this video is going to be. How many? Oh, it's only been on for 3 minutes. Oh, but plus the recording I did before. Whatever. Anyway, so this one, it sounds like what she's saying is she came out and like told the media and the public about what their relationship had been like, and sort of that it was like damaging her reputation, and that he forced her to do it, which is just ridiculous, I think, because why would you? So you're gonna tell people about it because you think that you're being threatened, but then you're also gonna say that he forced you to say that, and you feel threatened by that because he forced. I think it's something like that. This one's kind of confusing me, but she honestly, it sounds like bad acting to me. Like the way she's crying, it just doesn't sound genuine to me. But I mean, I think it's ridiculous, the fact that I don't know, because it's just, I mean, how can I honestly don't know what else to say about this one, because just how can it be damaging to your reputation? Like, I'll be honest. I didn't hear everything that she was talking about. Like, I couldn't tell all the stuff exactly, but I think it was just, I think what was happening, he tried to confront her about him making those allegations against her, and then she tried to protect herself by saying that he was the one that told her to do that, which doesn't make any sense. She's not backing herself up well at all, and it shows this time and time again. You'll see. Obviously, you've probably already seen that. I didn't see this one. Some of you may have not seen this one, like this part of it. This is the full recording of it, so I don't know. But yeah, let's just keep going on. So some of this I'm actually seeing for the first time. Let's keep going.
While it was happening?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry, because the last time that it got crazy between us, I really did think I was going to lose my life, and I thought you would do it on accident. And I told you that. I said, oh my God, I thought the first time.
Amber, I lost a fucking finger, man. Come on.
Okay, so this is the quick thing I'm going to talk about. So if you didn't know, which I mean I assume you do, yeah. So she threw something like at his hand or something. I forgot what it was exactly, but it like burned off the tip of one of his fingers, and yeah. So, and then he like got it like replaced with like a, I don't know, prosthetic, I think. And basically that just goes to show you how violent she was with this. Like showing, yeah. I mean, I don't know what she was. It's like it's really hard to actually just understand her in this recording. I can understand Johnny fine, Amber not at all. Basically, but it looks like she was just I mean, it's ridiculous. How can you literally burn someone's finger off and then tell people that you're the one that's being abused? That's ridiculous. Nobody's, and the thing is, once they find out about that, nobody's gonna believe anything you said. So this just goes to show you how wrong she was about what she said. But anyway, let's keep watching it. It's getting juicy. We're getting into the, I don't know if I would necessarily want to say good part, but the big parts of it or whatever.
I had a jar of mineral spirits thrown in my nose.
That's what burns me.
Please tell people that it was a fair fight and see what the jury and judge think. Tell the world, Johnny.
Here it is.
Tell them, Johnny Depp. Johnny Depp, man, I'm a victim too of domestic violence, and
yes.
It's a fair fight. And see how many people believe or side with you.
It doesn't matter if it's a fair fight. My ass.
Exactly, because you're.
Mr. Depp, when did you have the conversation reflected in this recording with Ms. Heard?
I don't recall exactly when it was.
What's your best estimate?
Okay, so I just want to get this out there. So basically what she was saying was, that if he told the world that he was a victim of domestic violence and that as a man he was, like no one would believe him. And she told him, like, yeah, tell him. Well, Amber, you got your wish. He told him. But the outcome wasn't what you were thinking. In fact, it was quite the opposite. You were the aggressor. Obviously, this is... Gosh.
My best estimate is that it was, on the bridge of the nose.
Okay, so now I think we're going to get into the... I guess that was it for the recording. Yeah, so... I think, yeah.
One of the arguments on the island where Miss Heard had been howling at me with some argument, and she picked up a can of
I actually want to hear this part.
mineral spirits about yay big, and
Wait.
just heaved it at me, and it struck me on the bridge of the nose, and right there, the forehead.
And what did you say in response when Miss Heard said, tell the world, Johnny, tell them Johnny Depp, Johnny Depp, a man, I'm a victim too of domestic violence?
I said yes. I am.
I have nothing further, Your Honor.
So you can have a seat next to your...
Oh, sorry guys. I think my power went off for a second. So if you're wondering why that just happened, I think, yeah, because I heard like the generator outside just went off. Yeah, for a second. Yeah, it's fine. If you were worrying, my lights came on. I didn't. Okay, 1 second. I got some technical difficulties here. Okay, so I guess my brother was a little worried that the power went out. Whatever, let's just ignore that. Get back right into this. I'm so sorry. That was so out of place in the video. Okay.
Your attorney, please. Okay. All right, your next witness.
Bombarding me. So, it was an attempt to try to make all the...
All right, I'll sustain the objection. Next question.
What are you referring to when you said you and Miss Heard will write a letter together?
I was trying to make a peaceful settlement.
And what are you referring to when you say you lost a finger?
A very large bottle of vodka severing my my middle finger in Australia.
And what were you referring to when you said a can of mineral spirits was thrown at your nose?
Oh, okay, so I think I was kind of wrong on this, so I'm sorry. But I think, so the mineral can was the thing that hit his nose, and I think, yeah, he got bruises from that, I'm pretty sure. But, the other thing was that, so the vodka can, that was the one that chipped his, finger off. And I think that makes more sense. Like, I was wondering how could because I think I, like, misheard it. Someone thought that he was saying that the mineral can made his finger come off, because that's what I heard somewhere. I think they just got it lost in translation. But apparently, the vodka thing cut his finger off. Yeah, because I was wondering if that also hit him in the nose, how did it not, like, take off part of his nose? But anyway, yeah, I think, and there's some other stuff I want to talk about, so let's just move on to the rest of the stuff. Okay, so the recording just starts off right when the video starts. But anyway, this is the one that I really wanted to talk about, this isn't actually, this part isn't even that popular for some reason. Like, I haven't seen a lot of it in a lot of videos, but I have seen it, heard it before. This is the part, if you didn't know, well, I'll just show you.
And I watched you lie, and then
I didn't punch you, by the way. I'm sorry that I didn't hit you across the face in a proper slap, but I was hitting you. It was not punching you. Babe, you're not...
Okay, yeah, this is the part that really just ticks me off. What? Okay, is there really much of a difference there? I mean, it really doesn't matter what he says. Punching, hitting you, it's this... Okay, alright. You're using your hand to cause damage to him. So, is there really much of a difference? You're literally trying to defend yourself with nothing. Nothing. I mean, you could lie and say, I didn't lay a hand on you. I mean, which obviously still isn't true. I mean, that's still lousy, but at least you're not openly admitting to causing harm to him. It's just, she has nothing. She has no good comebacks at all. This is my point here. And it's a lot of people's points. He actually has facts and logic. She doesn't. But let's keep going.
Punched.
don't tell me what it feels like to be punched.
You know, even a lot of fights been around a long time. I know. Yeah.
No, when you have a close
You didn't get punched. You got hit. I'm sorry I hit you like this, but I did not punch you. I did not deck you. I was hitting you. I don't know what the motion of my actual hand was, but you're fine. I did not hurt you. I did not punch you. I was hitting you.
How are you?
What am I supposed to do? Do this? I'm not sitting here bitching about it, am I? You are. That's the difference between me and you. You're a baby.
Because you started.
You're such a baby. Grow the up, Johnny.
Physical fights?
I did start a physical fight.
Yeah, you did, so I had to
Because-
get the fuck out of there.
Yes, you did. So you did the right thing, the big thing. You know what? You are admirable.
Okay, so this is the big part that really got on my nerves. She was basically saying that that he was a baby just because he wouldn't just take the punch. He's just gonna just deal with it if I punch you, was what he's saying. And if you don't, you're a baby. You know, if the roles were reversed, if he said that to her, he would be put in handcuffs or something like that. I mean, she would feel so threatened. He's not a baby for, not wanting to be abused by his wife. His wife. I mean, sure, if you're like a wrestler or something, and then you complain about getting punched that's different. That's a lot different. I mean, it still might hurt. But, I mean, you're not necessarily so yeah. Okay, we're getting off track. The point is, you're supposed to be the love of... You're married to him, so you're supposed to be the love of his life. And yet, you're hitting, punching, whatever. All the same thing, really. And when he complains about it, and then he doesn't want to deal with it because it's not right. He shouldn't have to deal with that kind of stuff. That's literally what he had as a kid from his mom. He doesn't want to deal with that again. He just wants to be loved by his wife. He doesn't want any crap from anyone. And yet she is telling him that if you're not going to deal with it and you're not going to take that crap, then you're a baby. You're not a man. But if he did it to her, it's right for her to complain. But no. Men aren't allowed to complain about it. It's ridiculous. It's so ridiculous. And I mean, it's just, how could you say that? Because clearly he told him and it didn't work out for him at all. For her at all.
Take a minute to really think about what you just heard there. Quote, "I'm sorry that I didn't hit you across the face in a proper slap, but I was hitting you. I was not punching you. Babe, you're not punched." Imagine that was Mr. Depp saying that to Miss Heard on that recording. Let's play one more.
That fake laugh is too much to take.
No, I'm sure she's...
That fake laugh is so disgusting.
I'm sure she's great.
You can give me some
No.
of the best performances in
No,
all the
no,
fucking
you're
show.
right, I don't. It's all about performance.
Well, however, I don't regret.
What else? What else are you doing? Oh, come on. Come on. Lay it on me. What else? What else other things you want to add? You fucking lying piece of shit. What? Oh, no, I want to know. I want to know.
Get out of your Uber.
Gone away.
Here's the demon. Monster.
Yeah.
Wait, is there no other place for you to run in your 15.5 minutes to go run? Come on, go be a real married man. Go deal with your shit the way that a man does. Go run to the next house. Every man does.
Yeah.
Go. Run away.
This is the real Miss Heard. The one in the audio recordings. Not the one you saw in this courtroom.
Okay, that last part was kind of weird. But anyway, it's just really unfair to him because, like, he tries to stay as calm as possible. He's okay. And here's one thing that Johnny's done wrong, and it's not even that bad. He's been too calm about it, way too calm. But yeah. One other wrong thing he actually did, and he wasn't saying this too much or whatever. But right at the beginning of it, of the defamation trial, he was saying that after this whole thing, he wished the best for Amber. Johnny, look, dude, we love you, man, but don't give her that politeness. She doesn't deserve it. I know you're trying to be nice, and you know you don't like her. You probably don't like her at all anymore, but you're trying to be respectful. And I know if you don't like a person, some people, you should still show them respect. But there's some people that don't deserve any respect. She doesn't. She's not an exception to those people who don't. She very much does not deserve any, especially from him. The one person that has defined, well, I mean, it's not his fault, but he's the reason, her abuse on him is the reason for why she is what she is today. So yeah, that's what I think about that. Okay, so then there's also this one I wanted to talk about. It's the all-famous meme now. My dog stepped on a bee. Yeah. I wanted to cover this one just to how could someone who got cast in a DC movie, okay, I know not all of them have been as grade A as Marvel, but it was Aquaman. Highest grossing DC movie of all time, I think. That's what for fastest growing, one of those. But basically, she was cast in that. So you think she would have really good acting to be cast in something like that, and also was one of the lead roles. But I guess when it comes to lying about something in real life, her acting is anything but pleasant. I mean, worse than B-movie acting. And this just goes to show you. I mean, her face. Okay.
There would be a blow up. And at first it was just to throw something, smash some things.
First, it's not that bad. Definitely not good, but it's just kind of neutral.
It loves to smash up a
but you see the
place,
jerks.
Furniture. That's what it started with. Glass. Threw glass at me, and I started to notice the pattern of escalation where he'd throw glass or turn over a table. Then he would hit the wall, and then he'd hit the wall really close to my head. You know, like when I'm standing there, you know, just hit the wall, screaming at me. But then he would disappear and get clean and sober, and he'd come back and tell me that he was done drinking, he was over it, he was done, cleaned himself up, he'd done it before, and he'd do it again. And then he would go back to this, like, wonderful, like, almost like just unreal, like, but real, you know, but unbelievably.
Okay, just pay attention to the way her face is moving. It's demonic. It's absolutely demonic. She's not staying calm at all. So the thing is, Johnny can tell every detail, and he just stays calm. His face doesn't do anything too jerky or anything, but she literally looks like she's being possessed. And like she was just laughing a second ago, and now it looks like she's about to cry. Like, she let out a little chuckle, and now it looks like she's gonna cry. It doesn't make any sense to me. I don't get how those two emotions would mix that fast. It doesn't make any sense to me. But I mean, you'll keep seeing how bad her acting is.
nice, sensitive, kind, warm, generous, interesting, funny man that I loved. And he would make me feel so loved. Like I would feel so distant from that thing that was so scary that I would not even recognize it too. And that was how, our relationship kind of started to develop in that first year.
Do you remember the first time that he physically hit you?
Yes.
Please tell the jury about it.
Okay, wait, can we play that back?
Please tell the jury about it.
Wait. See the way?
It's seemingly so stupid, so insignificant.
See, she's trying to figure out what to say because she forgot. She's trying to figure out a good excuse, and she's kind of failing here. Now, I know some people do that when they're trying to think of something that they can say that doesn't actually matter and something that they're coming up with in the first place, and basically just bringing up details that have never been brought up before. But this is supposed to be based on things that actually happened before this, and I feel like if I was getting abused, I would try to remember as much detail as possible. And that's why whenever I get into something with somebody, which I mean, it hasn't been like, I'm talking about people outside my family. I have a good home life, really great home life. But basically, it's like she's trying to figure out what to say, like trying to bring up the next thing. She's like, okay, all right, so this is what I should say next. Okay, all right, wait. When was the first time it hit me? Oh, it was about yeah. Oh, okay, that's a good date. I mean, it's just like that.
Significant. I will never forget it. It changed my life. I was sitting on the couch, and we were talking. We were having a normal conversation, just there was no fighting, no argument, nothing. And he was drinking, and I didn't realize at the time, but I think he was using cocaine because it was like there was a jar of cocaine out on the table. I realize that sounds weird, but it was like an actual vintage jar of it.
Okay, so the part here is, all right, so I think he can kind of tell that she could be lying. Honestly, okay, so I'm just going to be honest about this, and I'm not taking her side in any way. I'm not sure when Johnny Depp stopped quitting drugs. I feel like it was, I don't know, he might have, it could have been that he did them, like, at first, and then for years he stopped, and then he went back to them. But seeing that no woman had ever accused him of any violence, it seemed like he was off drugs for a while. And I'm not saying that when he was on drugs he was violent with anyone, because but I mean, normally when you're on drugs you're pretty violent with people. But their relationship 2015 to 2017, I think that was him and Amber. So it'd be odd. She could easily be lying about that, but if he had still been on drugs, but I'm not sure. But even if he was, he could be lying. She could be lying about this very incident. And so I don't think he did drugs at this time. Honestly, tell me in the comments if you know. But when he stopped, I don't know. But anyway, basically here you can see him laughing. It looks like they know she's lying, because it's right when it's being said. And I mean, who knows? That could have been just a jar of sugar or something.
But I didn't see him use it at the time, so I didn't really factor that in. I just, he's drinking and we're talking, and there's music playing, and he's smoking cigarettes, and we're sitting next to each other on the couch. And I asked him about the tattoo he has on his arm. And to me, it just looked like black marks. I didn't know what it said. It just looked like muddled, faded tattoo that was hard to read. And I said, "What does it say?" And he said, "It says wino." It says wino, and I didn't see that. I thought he was joking. because it didn't look like it said that at all. And I laughed. It was that simple. I just laughed because I thought he was joking. And slapped me across the face. And I laughed. I laughed because I didn't know what else to do. I thought.
Okay, so... This is where it gets kind of weird with her. So she brought up that she laughed when he was hitting her. Now, I guess she might have thought that he was playing or something. Okay, this is all theoretical. Like, if he actually did it. She could have thought that he was playing, so then she laughed. But if he just went like... I wouldn't have laughed. I would have been like, what the heck are you doing? Like, why? So, that's why I think she might be lying about it. Why would you laugh at that? So, unless it wasn't... I don't know. If he did like that, like... Okay, sorry, I'll do it to myself. Like, I know this looks weird, but like, you're like, that's not a hit, okay? Or if you did like, oh, okay, face. So if you did like, that's not a hit, okay? If you're saying that he hit you and he did that. That's a freaking love tap, okay? You're not allowed to say that's a hit. You're lying. You're like a liar.
This must be a joke. He said, you think it's so funny. You think it's funny. You think you're a funny. And he slapped me again. Like, it was clear it wasn't a joke anymore. But I don't know what else to say or do, so I just stared at him. I didn't say anything. I didn't react. I didn't move or freak out or defend myself or say, what are you doing? You're crazy. I just stared at him because I didn't know what else to do. And he slaps me one more time. Hard. I lose my balance. All of a sudden, realizing that the worst thing has just happened to me that could possibly happen to you, I realized that I wish so much he had said he was joking. Because it didn't hurt. It didn't physically hurt me. I was just sitting there on this carpet, looking at the dirty carpet, wondering how I wound up on this carpet and why I never noticed that the carpet was so filthy before. I just sat there thinking, how much time do I have till I figure out what I need to do? Because God, did he just hit me? No, I didn't want to leave him. I didn't want this to be the reality. I didn't want to have the man I was in love with. I know you don't come back from that. You know, I'm not dumb. I know you can't hit a woman. You can't hit a man. You can't hit anyone. And I wish I could sit here and say I stood up and I walked out of that house and I drew a line and I stood up for myself. Before I know it, he starts crying. And, you know, like, I had never seen it.
Okay, so if there's just one detail that you might have missed. She said nobody should be hit, not a woman, not a man. And yet there, like we heard earlier, there's evidence of her hitting him, saying that he should deal with it. Hypocrite. Total freaking hypocrite. We don't even know if he punched her. Probably not. There's no, obviously, there's no, like, evidence, like he had, that she did. And, okay, so here's the thing. Here's my thing about evidence. Sometimes there are times when, you know, somebody accuses someone of something else, and there's not that much evidence for it. Sometimes none evidence at all. But, you know, if they're genuine enough, then you start to believe him. Here, her emotions are just kind of up and down. It's just weird. She doesn't look like what she's saying is genuine. And you just... Especially when you have the opposite end, where you have her being recorded and basically her being like exactly like he describes, then you wouldn't believe her. But the thing about evidence is, I'm just saying, I do understand this is no defense to her. I do understand that if you have been a victim of something and you don't have any evidence for it, and they don't believe you at first, then I'm so sorry. I am so sorry that you have to go through that. But eventually, if you, like, keep telling people about it, and, like, keep trying to tell all the... If you can get a lot of details out the right way, and you don't change the story a bunch when you're telling other people, then I think you should be fine. If you don't have any evidence. But if you're ever in a situation like that, try to get as much evidence as possible. That's my word of advice. But yeah, let's go.
An adult man cry, and he's
Okay, yeah, this is the part she okay, let's
crying.
So why? Okay, yeah. A grown man is crying. So what? People can cry, okay? I don't, alright, wait. Okay.
Tears, just falling out of his eyes. He gets down on his knees and he grabs my hands and he's touching my hands and he's saying to me, I will never do that again. I'm so sorry, baby. I put the f***er away. I thought I killed it and it's done. I thought I put the monster away and I've done it before. It's done. I didn't say anything. I made a point to not say, oh, it's okay or anything like that. I just didn't say anything. I got up, I went to the car, I sat in my car, and I felt like I sat there forever. I didn't want to turn the key. I just leaned my head up against the window, trying to will myself to have the strength to know what I should do in this moment, because I was heartbroken.
Okay, so this isn't what I thought it was. It wasn't the B video. But, basically, let's pause. Okay, good. I don't get how you... First of all, grown man crying. That's completely normal if the man is sad. Second of all, I think it's fake. She's just not giving. Her emotions aren't genuine. She's using her. I think she's using her core beliefs against herself. No, not her core belief. Yeah. Using her core belief, because she thinks no one should ever be, abused, then she abuses him, that sort of thing. So, yeah, I don't think, if this situation did happen, then I'd say that probably 90% of what she said about it was false. Yeah. So that's what I think about that. And I have this video is going to be way too long. I feel like, so this is pretty long for a video like this, but just, the reason why I'm doing this is just, I feel like if I can talk about certain things like this, it just shows you just kind of my view on certain things and like what I actually feel about it. Cause I've never really showed that many emotions on this channel. I'm usually just, happy-go-lucky kid. Here I'm just kind of either that or I'm acting. And then, and a lot of them you can tell that I'm acting. But, yeah, there is this one thing I want to show you, just to show, like, you can't cover it up. Guys, I will actually not be showing you the next thing that I, told you I would, because there's, like, a few more stuff to it that I just want to add. And this video has been way too long, honestly. I am actually kind of sorry about how long it was, because these videos, I'd say that they were kind of important, but they didn't talk about all the stuff I wanted to, and a lot of it was also me talking before that about what I thought about it. So I will make a part 2 to this about what I thought. I know, it's all over. I know he won. I'm just gonna come right out and say that. Yeah, he won, but we're gonna talk more about that in part 2. And but yeah, it's just better if there's 2 parts, because I know not many people have time to watch the whole thing, like, already with the length of this video. But yeah, because I still have to edit it, and I'm actually gonna have to edit this one a lot more than I thought. I'm gonna have to merge all these videos that it's only 3, because it's the one before I did the videos, then that one with the videos with the screen recorder, and this one. But I have to do that, and then I also have to censor out those curse words, which shouldn't be too. The thing is, I think I know what I can do for that. Probably just add, like, a little tiny piece of music over that, or I can just cut out part of the sound, I'm pretty sure, on the DU recorder. But I've never cut out any curse words before, so it's just gonna be might be a little hard. But anyway, yeah, so you're probably, if you're watching this video, you're probably seeing it a few days from now, right now, because today's June 10th, but I'm probably gonna have to edit this some tonight, and then maybe edit a little more tomorrow, and then, yeah, upload it. It might take a while to upload. I really hope this video saves when I'm editing it. So yeah, but anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. Like, subscribe, whatever, if you want to. Completely up to you, by the way. This is just me getting my voice out there, really. But yeah, I hope you like this video, and I'll see you guys later in the next video. See y'all.